on this computer. Hi! Okay, you guys, I am so excited about tonight. If you're just joining us, tonight we're doing a Zoom training specifically on wrap parties. So, just to give you like a little history, if you will, the last couple weeks, we've done social media training. So Instagram, Facebook, they have been fantastic. But our leadership, we wanted to come to you with a concept that some of you aren't quite familiar with, which are wrap parties. You know, when I started at Works 8.5 years ago, almost 9 years ago, the majority of my business at the time came from parties, came from going to someone's home and sitting in front of 6 to 8 people and getting them wrapped and signing them up as customers and distributors, or meeting a group of people at a local coffee shop and having a more intimate party, maybe 3 or 4 of us, or even just a one-on-one. And so that really creates a massive momentum in your organization when you're specifically focusing on building your business through wrap parties, because typically what happens is you have one and then someone wants to host one. And so then you're in front of another group of 6 to 8 people and it just starts to snowball. And so we thought this would be a really good time to bring you the concept of wrap parties and really train you on this so that you can excel at it from a 2017 perspective, because a lot's changed over 8.5 years. A lot's changed in the last 2 years. We have a new party pad that we're going to talk about in a few minutes that will really guide you on how to have a wrap party. And so, we just want you to know that coming to this, that you don't have to be an expert on product. You don't have to be an expert in this business. I want to share with you that when I first joined at Works, I was a senior in college. I was full-time college student, so I was taking at least 5 classes a semester. And so that took up the majority of my time. But what I could do is I could do wrap parties on the weekends. I could do them in the evenings. And my first wrap party I hosted was actually with a friend of mine. She was in a sorority. Her name was Jennifer. Super connected, super social, ball of fun. This was that girl in college that had all the friends, and I felt like I was just a little bit more, maybe not shy, but just not such a socialite as she is still today. And so I asked her to host a party for me in her apartment, which she did, and that was the middle of January, and this was when I was living in Richmond, Virginia at the time. And she hosted this party for me, and 6 girls came to that wrap party that day. And so remember, I was only 21 years old, so these girls were anywhere from 19, 20, 21 years old as well. And they came to that wrap party. They all paid cash for me to wrap them that day. And it was so great because they all lined up and had, lifted their shirts and had me take a picture with their wrap on. And I love that. But they also all signed up to be my customer. And I was blown away because I was working in high-end retail at a clothing store in Richmond, Virginia at the time. And these girls never once stepped foot in my store. So they couldn't afford the clothing. They didn't desire to come in and shop because it's the last thing they were thinking about. But they came to my wrap party. They all bought product and they all became my customer, my loyal customers. And so I walked away with my first 4 customers at minimum. I was rolling in cash. I felt like I had hung the moon, and I thought, I can do this. This is something that I can do and I can duplicate. And I partied my way through my senior year of college and graduated as a double diamond, making 5 figures a month. And so I feel like that was the case because there was so much volume in my organization that came from party after party after party after party. And so we wanted to bring you this concept because it's also expanded where you can do wrap parties online. You can do wrap parties like we're doing a Zoom right now, where you can Zoom in and help a new team member outside your area. So I pulled together a fantastic group of leaders that are going to help me train on parties tonight, bring you the best of the best, but we're going to keep it super simple for you so you can walk out of this training and go do your own confidently. So I have Triple Diamond Laura Balzer on with me. Laura, say hey.
Hey!
Kind of introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay. for those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Balzer. I'm a triple diamond with It Works. I've been with It Works for 6 years. And, you know, just to keep in the theme here, you know, I built a triple diamond strictly with partying. So I'm excited to be here with you guys and give you all the secret sauce, if that's how you want to refer to it, how to get into a wrap party, get it going, enjoy your guest, and then close the deal. So I'm really excited about this because it produces a whole lot in a very small sector of time. So I'm excited, you guys, to be with you tonight.
Awesome. Okay. Jody, introduce yourself and kind of share a little snippet. I know you do a lot of wrap parties.
Hey guys, I'm Jody Gravely. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and been in 7 years Presidential Diamond. And I pretty much probably built to at least triple with just parties, pretty much. And I only lived an hour from Kay when we got in, and yeah, we built with parties all the time.
Party. Okay, sorry, Valine, I muted you. I'm going to unmute you. Hey girl.
Sorry, that's okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
I know you were also on our social media training. So this is really exciting to have you on this platform too. So kind of introduce yourself just briefly.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Valine Allen. I am a double diamond. I've been with It Works for 4 years now, and I'm in Oregon. Yeah.
So parties, you built to double social media and parties, a good combination.
Kind of mostly social media, but I did, like, I had an awesome kickoff party. I've done parties throughout it, and I feel like I kind of got out of them for a little while, not necessarily intentionally, but we were bringing them back, and I realized like how much I'm absolutely loving them. And you know what I did then versus what I am doing now, and the difference that it makes. So
yeah, so we get to bring it from a 2017 perspective today and show you guys, you know, just to give you an idea, is we used to go through all the products and we would talk in detail, and it were hours and hours and hours. We just didn't know what we were doing. It was way too much in the beginning.
2 hour parties.
Yeah, right. So we want you to know that you can get done in a party in an hour. You can get done with a party in an hour and a half. You can get in someone's home and out and back in your car in an hour and a half, and it can be just so dynamic. And so let's talk about, let's just talk about some of the ways that everyone here, because I feel like this is so important, is booking these parties, because it's one thing to host them, because we're going to go through the process of that, but booking that party and asking. And, as I was reading something today on social media, and it was like, you have to ask. That is the number one thing consistently. Oh, it was Sarah Janney. She just got inducted into the Millionaires Club, and we're from the same town. And so there's 2 people from our hometown now in the Millionaires Club with It Works. And it's like, we're from this tiny, tiny town in Virginia. And it's like, her number one thing is ask. Ask for the party, ask for the close, ask for the sale. And so, Laura, when you think about booking that party, you just traveled up to Virginia and did a multitude of parties throughout your time frame there. What are the secrets that you're teaching your team to book those parties, and how can they get those done?
Okay, so here's the secret. Ask. I mean, and I don't mean that disrespectful to anybody, because I know that you ask a ton of people and you get just barraged with no. Like, it's every little excuse that they can think of. And I tell you, you guys just plow through those, like swim right through them, because just keep on asking. My team came together when I flew into Richmond, and we literally had a party or a meeting every single day for 7 days. Right? Because one, they knew I was coming in town. Okay. And so they wanted to take advantage of me being there. So instead of somebody flying in to see you, take that full responsibility of, I'm just going to keep on asking until somebody says yes. And not that I want you to guilt any of your friends or family into it, but guilt your family and friends into it. You know, I'm sure they cried on your shoulders a few times and you've supported them through some things. Let them know that you need their help. And when you kind of take wanting the feeling that you're asking something of them and they feel like they're helping you, it's amazing how somebody will go, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. You know, 2 people are a party. 30 people are a party. It doesn't matter how many people come. The cool thing is what it boils down to. Okay, you guys remember this. This is the thing about network marketing, and we get too caught up in gathering all the people ourselves. Here's the concept. It's a few people that know a few people that know a few people that know a few people. You don't have to know all these people. Just get in front of a couple that you don't know and ask, who wants a free wrap in 72 hours? Well, I do. Okay, Thursday, I'm free Thursday. Invite 3 or 4 of your girls over. You're for free. And then those people in that room know a few people. So just remember that concept and watch it grow. Okay. And again, you guys just ask and plow through the no's, wade through them. You'll get the yes if you're confident that you'll get the yes. Okay.
Well, that's a good point because we talk about blitzing or, handing out our coupon card, and Laura, there's that section on there that says host a party and try it free. Mm-hmm. This is what we're talking about. If someone were to say to me like, oh, I want to try it free, or how does that happen? Or even if I meet someone that I just feel like is so dynamic and so cool and just has that, I look for party hosts as people that just seem to be super connected. They just got like that vibe going on. And I'm like, you are so much fun. Like, how would you like to host a wrap party for me and try this product for free? I'll wrap you, and then all your friends that come over, I'll share the product with them and they can try it for $25 if they want to. Or I've got some amazing samples and we call it a sample party, and they can sample some incredible products at that party as well. What do you think? And that could lead to follow-up in the future, or that could lead to a booking right there. So again, you don't know until you ask. So Jody, would you have any additional booking tips in that regard?
Just along that same lines, it's just like messaging people who like your post on social media. You're going to send out 30 or 40 messages before you get one yes. Yeah. So you got to look at it like that, not just, like Laura said, get discouraged when you get 10 no's. Just keep asking.
Yeah. Any booking tip?
She's muted.
Sorry, I had to. they escaped momentarily, so I had to mute again. So for booking, I think, I really think you just have to not be afraid to ask. Another great list to go down is your current loyal customers, and ask them to book a party, because usually there's something that they're already talking to people about, or, especially if they're expressing how much they love a product or their results, and be like, hey, would you, or maybe they haven't tried the wraps yet and they're wanting to try one, and they can try one free if they just have a few friends over, and they've already probably planted lots of seeds with those friends just by talking about it, or them asking what they're doing. And then of course it's always great to, they host a party, always offer the business to them. Like, I can make the money or you can make the money, so that's always a great list to go down too. If you are going through and you're getting a lot of no's, but a lot of our customers love our products, and so they'll be like, heck yeah, I'll invite a few friends over, so they have a testimony that they can share. So I always think that's a great list to go through too.
What a great concept for someone that maybe is on the fence a little bit about joining, and you say, hey Laura, I know that you're on the fence a little bit just because I know finances are tight right now. I would love to see, what about if you host a wrap party at your house, and all of those customers and all that business from that party can be yours?
Yeah.
You can decide that night if it's for you. And then at least you walk away, you've got the new business, but 9 times out of 10 or even I think a higher percentage than that, Laura's going to go, I can't let her walk out the store without me joining right now, because all these customers are going to be mine. I'm going to get my shopping spree. This is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just to piggyback on that a little bit, you guys, in any facet of this business, this is such a huge part of it. And if you need to write this down, write it down, or just really pay attention to this. And, stories, when we share stories with our clients and our prospective business partners, that's what's exciting. So I want to share a story with you because it makes people relate. I had a distributor who calls me up one day and she goes, Laura, I'm having wrap parties. I'm doing one-on-ones and I'm going to all these people's house and all my friends are having babies and nobody's getting results. Everybody I wrap, it's just no result after no result. And I'm sitting there listening to her. I'm like, oh my God. And I told her to stop. Like I literally said, stop talking. Mm. And I said, where are you right now? Well, that's why I'm calling, because I'm in the car. And I said, okay. She's on the car to wrap one of her friends, and she was freaking out because she didn't think this girl was going to get results either, right? So this is what I told her. I said, Pam, I want you to hang up with me, and I want you to put some kickin' music on, something that ignites you, and I want you to blast it in the car. And I want you to sing and have fun and think about your friend that you're getting ready to go wrap. And I said, then when you walk up to her door, and she opens the door, the very first thing that I want to come out of your mouth, the only thing to come out of your mouth is, hey girl, let's go get some great results. That's all I want you to say to her. And then I want you to call me in an hour. So she didn't wait quite an hour, because when she called me, she was screaming in the phone, jumping up and down, doing the Snoopy dance because she got amazing results. Now you guys might think I'm crazy, but one of the reasons that girl got amazing results is because Pam had the confidence and the will and the attitude that she was walking in that door, and that girl was going to get amazing results. And you know what? She did, and she joined her team. Mm. So half the battle here, you guys, if you want to even call it a battle, or the challenge, is your frame of mind anytime you enter a room to meet anybody. So really be conscious of where you are and make darn sure that you're in an amazing place. Just walk in that dorm and assume all the goodness that you can possibly assume, because we're going to talk to you guys about that. But let me tell you, that's it. That's the challenge there. That's it. You just make a decision. Jody, I know you agree with me on that, because
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So party's booked. It's a Tuesday night. Your girlfriend's hosting for you. It's 7:00. It's time for the party. You've shown up, I'd say maybe 15, 20 minutes early, max. Our setup is not crazy. You're going to walk in with maybe just your distributor kit, if that's all you have right now, or you're going to walk in with some of your favorite products. You're going to have your party pad. Laura, show everybody what that party pad looks like.
This is the new party pad, you guys, 2.0. It is amazing. It's a party pad and catalog. It does everything for you.
I love it.
It's amazing. If you can point and read, you're a millionaire.
So it's really all set up for you guys. The old party pad that we had, you had to put your notes in there and kind of read your notes if you weren't familiar with it and do the party pad. This one, you can just literally go through that entire thing, and it walks through the history of the company and then introduces the wrap. It shows results. It's got defining gel. Then it goes through. Then there's this beautiful page that lays out the business, and you get to talk about the opportunity. So it's all laid out for you, which is so brilliant. And then it closes with more products. And so we're going to walk you through just kind of that setup and what that looks like. I've even got some products right here. I pulled them from my cabinet. This is just stuff that we already use in our own home, just to show you what I would take to a wrap party today and what products I would demo and sample there. And just to give you a little taste, I know a lot of you are so brand new, so welcome to It Works. That's so exciting. And I want to kind of show you what we have here, and that these are products that you could demo sample at your parties on really, really easily. So, Jody.
But what's so good about the new party pad is that if you're new and you don't have products yet, you can still be successful with that party pad.
Yeah, exactly. I was coaching one of my new girls last night, and she said that her sister would just be a fantastic host for a wrap party. And she said, but I don't have anything yet. She literally just got her distributor kit yesterday. And I said, bring it on, girl. I said, look, what I want you to do. I want you to have your sister host for you. I want you to take your kit. You've got your 4 wraps. I want you to wrap her. Anybody else, it's $25. And I said, and guess what? You have this fantastic app called Zoom. Download it. We're doing a wrap party training tomorrow. Just, this is me telling her last night. I say, I can zoom in. I can do the Fat Fighter demo. I can show the greens. I can show the defining gel. They don't have to smell it through the phone, right? Or the computer. I can tell them about it. I can share my story. That's what your upline can do for you. So I said, I don't expect you to know everything. I'm not an expert either. I just love and have so much passion for this. Let me come in and just share that with you. And that gives me a chance to edify you. So it was like, okay, I can do that. So instead of waiting to get all these products, she can party right now and start getting her customers. So
and again, it's about their attitude too. I had a girl, it's been 2 summers ago now, but she got in and she was in Idaho and she wanted to have a party, and for some reason it was delayed getting there. And I kid you not, she got online and she printed out stuff for eSpeed, and she cut a wrap paper and had a party with no product. She didn't even have a party pad. She had just printed some stuff offline, and she just made a fake wrap out of paper and signed up 2 or 3 loyal customers. It was I was proud of her.
That's awesome.
When there's a will, there's a way. So let's talk about the setup. So let's talk about the setup. You walk in, you've got your party pad. Let's say you do have a couple of products. Laura, I mean, what's your first tip that comes to mind? No food, simple.
Yeah. It gets back to asking people about the party. You guys let them know, like, they don't have to clean their toilets. Okay. They have to have bottles of water. That's it. We don't care if their house is clean or not, right? A lot of people think they have to lay the spread out and the hors d'oeuvres and bottles of wine. Water bottles really that's it. No food. Okay. When you enter a party, you guys, first and foremost, please make sure your guests arrive on time. Okay. So if you have some late stragglers, tell them 20 minutes earlier than what they're really supposed to be there, because that can make for a very long, tiring, and could lead to non-closing of loyal customers and distributors when you have people just not arriving. They're just kind of lagging in. Okay, so first and foremost, please have your guest, or tell your hostess, please have her guests arrive on time. I like to have people come in, sign in, pay for their wrap, and then we hand them their wrap and we point them in the direction of the wrap room. Okay. So if you're there with the hostess can do that for you, and she'll see how easy the business is, right? Okay, everything we do is very duplicatable. And she can sign her guests in, hand them the wrap, and say, Laura's down the hall wrapping people. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to get them to do. Come in and wrap, and then show them to where we're going to be testing some products, whether it's around the kitchen table, the bar in the kitchen, or the den. So, okay, that's where I start, is just getting them in, getting them wrapped, and set up to get going.
Awesome. Jody, what can you add to that?
I just had a brain fart. I had a thought in my mind, and now it's gone. Because I was thinking of something very important about something.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back. Main thing is just being positive, being happy. I do always listen to jamming music on the way to a wrap party, get yourself pumped up. And so when you get there, you're just bubbling when you walk in, and it's contagious. It is contagious to your hostess. If you happen to be having a sample party where a lot of people are not wrapping. It's so interesting because when we had parties 5 years ago, you didn't come if you didn't pay to wrap, you know, but now, you know, people do sometimes do sample parties, or people will say, can I come if I don't, you know, want to wrap? And, you know, I don't want people to stay away if they're not going to wrap. By all means, tell them to go ahead and come. But somebody needs to wrap. You know, you've got to get that wrap on somebody. Because I know Mel was telling this at conference, that she did a party in Atlanta on the way to conference, and it was this room of, I don't know, 8 or 10 people, and nobody wanted to wrap. And she, you know, she just called somebody up and said, you know, who will wrap in front of everybody? And so she wrapped a girl in front of everybody. And then when she took that wrap off 45 minutes later, everybody's mouth dropped open. So, you know, if it does happen to be some kind of sample party where not many people are wrapping, you do need to get that wrap on somebody so that people can see the results.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that, you know, I was just in Orlando. We had mini boot camp, and I was talking to the Pruitts, Michael and Amanda Pruitt, and they do a lot of wrap parties, and they do a lot of sample parties. And, you know, Michael, as a guy, you know, he likes to call them sample parties. And so they'll show up and they've got samples. So what does that mean? They get to try the greens. They may get to sample the defining gel. They may get to sample the It Works shake, but they're not sampling so much that it's taking away from your inventory. They're just there to get a taste and feel for what it's like. I always say there's got to be one person in the room that puts that wrap on, because once they see it, they're like, it's not complicated. This is so easy. Wow. You know, even if you have a dry wrap, you know, it's like, you don't go to an event with Laura and I and not see us with a dry facial and a dry body wrap out, because we always have it, you know, there to demo and show this is what it looks like, because people in their minds sometimes think mummy wrap or, you know, some kind of compression wrap. They're just not sure because they've never heard of anything like this before. And so just having that ability to put that product on somebody can really make or break, you know, the difference in you guys maybe not selling any to maybe selling to all 8 people that are there, which would be dynamic in your pocket. So Valine, what about you? Any other tips?
I pretty much start mine the same, echoing on Laura, going in, and I almost always will turn on some music or listen to something motivational, because you guys, just your overall attitude, you know, being excitement, and it's contagious. And so if somebody's coming in because, you know, a friend drug them and they're like not really sure what they're doing here, but you're just excited and you have this energy, it's going to change everything when they walk through the door. So be sure you get your mind right, set aside whatever life has maybe thrown at you that day, but really important to have your mind right so that you can just give them, you know, give those people the best you and the best introduction to these products in this company that you can. Other than that, I have them sign in. We wrap first thing of those who are going to wrap, take them to the wrap room, do their before and after pictures, and then echoing on this too of the new party pad, I love it because it helps me. I feel like it helps me narrow down what to talk about, because I would, you know, be rambling on about, oh, and then this product and then this product. Well, now we're going to have a sleepover. So not really. But I feel like now we just kind of focus more on the packs, and then just let them know, like, oh, you know, we do have, you know, skincare and vitamins and such and such. And so then I go through and I just say, you know, individually, if you see something you like, we can talk about it afterwards. But we kind of just touch mostly on those packs, and then kind of, you know, sampling some shake, maybe the energy drink and all of that stuff. So
yeah, I think, you know, from a sales perspective, I'd like to say, you know, start the party with the story, you know, your story, why you joined. You know, if it were me, I'm just standing up there, you know, this is why I joined. I wanted just to introduce myself. I'm Kay Dixon. I've been with It Works for 8.5 years. I am so excited that you all are here today. I don't know if you've heard of It Works before. Has anyone heard of it? And try to engage the audience. Did you come here really unsure what this was about? Did you think this was sandwich wraps? And just kind of make them laugh and, you know, engage your audience and just share know, why, you know, I'm a mom. My son's 21 months old. I am so blessed to have this business opportunity that this landed in my lap, because now I get to be home working from home full time with him and be at all of his firsts and his swim class and his first day of preschool and blah, blah, blah. And just sharing as you start to kind of introduce the business. Now, you may not have that story yet. So your story is why you joined. Your story is, I'm looking, like last night I had a coaching call. It's for time freedom. I said, why are you here? Why did you join? Why did you sign up? Because I need more time. I need more time with my daughter, and she's 4 years old. I want more time. And it's like, that's why you're joining. So share that story. I was introduced to this product. I kind of watched it from afar. I was thinking, does this crazy wrap thing really work? And then I tried it for myself and I got these great results. Or whatever your story is, you share that, and that's how you start the party. You thank the host. Laura, thank you so much for hosting us tonight. You all are so fabulous. You're so much fun. I came in here and just felt the energy in the room, and I'm so excited to share this business opportunity with you and these amazing products, because guess what? I'm going to talk about both. And don't be afraid to introduce it all, you guys. You're going to go through that party pad. You're going to introduce the company, and you're going to go through the history of what that is. So, you know, for me, that's the best way that I would start. Laura, could you add any other tips? And I'm going to go get my computer charger.
Yes. A couple tips is, one is, you've heard all of us chat a little bit, the little different ideas that we have. You guys don't have to call them wrap parties. Like Jody said, sample sessions. You can do just a facial and champagne night. You know, I know we've got a few guys on here. You know, the guys can do a couple thing or a man dare thing. You know, make it, you know, you guys can call these things anything that you want. Okay. Don't feel like you have to say wrap party.
And plus,
you know,
along that same line, Laura, is when you're trying to get people to host parties.
Exactly.
Don't call it a party. Just say, would you gather, you know, 3 or 4 friends together and I can wrap you for free. So if you don't call it a party, they don't get wigged out.
Right. Well, like I'll say a lot of times if I'm talking to somebody, I go, you know, if you need a little moral support while you're wrapping, call a few of your friends over. Maybe they'll rap, maybe they won't. I don't know. But you get them in the room. You know, you guys, when I fly into somewhere and I do parties, you want to hear what I say to people? When they say, oh, no, I don't want to rap. I go, are you kidding me? Are you serious? I flew all the way from Sarasota to rap you, and you're not going to rap? And they go, oh, no, okay, I'll rap. Yeah, I'm going to get a rap on them. I flew up there, you're rapping, right? So have fun with it. I think the whole thing is watch your mind explode with ideas because you're having fun with it. And have fun with it with your host, and you'll be really surprised what starts flowing in your brain. Don't think about it too much.
Okay, I don't know if people are still doing it much, but I still take my photo book with me to wrap.
Oh, I do too.
And oh my gosh, you know, I pass it around while people are wrapping or while people are coming, and they pass it around and they look at it. And then sometimes I'll start out and tell my story and try not to get too long-winded. And I'll flip through my book and point out a couple of pictures of like my family. You know, this is my daughter-in-law. You know, this is so-and-so. And when I put names on those pictures, they become real to the people. And so I think, you know, that's something that is really a great sales tool, because when people see all those results, they're like, well, wow, maybe it does work. I've got that problem. I've got cellulite. I would like to wrap my arms, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys this. Can you see it? So here's one of my before and after albums, okay, on my phone. So these are all corporate approved photos, all downloaded from Pinterest. I have an album on my phone. This may be all you need. If you have this ready to go, have this, click on that and have them scroll. Say, here, why don't you just scroll through? You can see some great before and afters. If someone's a little unsure or you're just talking about it, have them scroll through. When I'm sitting down one-on-one with somebody, I'm like, here, why don't we just look at some before and after pictures? And then they're like, oh man, my hair I really could use that like hair growth thing. Or, you know what, my legs kind of look like that. I didn't know I could wrap my thighs. And it just starts getting them to think about themselves. And so what Jody's talking about is we had a little before and after book made of corporate approved pictures. And this is, I find that most of you, since you're mobile, this is all you need. And you can go to all your events and do all your parties and just have a scroll back and forth if you're showcasing, you know, ready to showcase those before and afters, because there's some in your party pad, but when you've got like, there's like 10 or 12 of the same product you're showing results, it's pretty amazing for people. So for sure, I think that's a great way to expose it.
Just really quick, so we don't get too bogged down here, you guys, you can download an app on your phone called Groovebook. Okay. And it's like $4. The app's free. However, you can purchase a book this side of pictures that you decide that goes in here. Okay. I love this thing because I can carry it in my purse. I can carry it in my Sexy It Works backpack. Okay. And I can travel with it. So this is kind of like what Jody was talking about that you can have at a party.
Oh, that's awesome.
For people. Yeah. And I have a lot of duplicates. You know, the old thing, you know how you scan through Amazon, you guys, and you see the same picture over and over again. Same concept here. Okay. And I've even put in here some of the posts that you'll see us post on Facebook. You know, the girl holding the, holding the hair, skin, and nails bottle. Like that's in there too. Kind of just trigger them a little bit. Okay? Because they're in the moment. We're talking about it. They're testing, they're smelling, they're touching. And then they're in the moment with this so they can really see it. So it's called Groovebook. It's on Shark Tank. Really cool product. But I think a whole book of like 100 pictures is like $5. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. So you're going through the party pad. Let's say you do have a little inventory. I want to talk to you guys about some of the products that I would have there if you're sampling or demoing or what have you. So I just pulled up because I know a lot of you are brand new. So I just want to kind of introduce you to a couple of products. This is Defining Cell. So this is the sister product to the wrap. Okay. This is basically the same ingredients. It's just less concentrated, so you can use it every single day all over your body. So when we get out of the shower, we put it on. We call it liquid gold. I mean, if it could come out of the shower head, I would bathe in it. It is just fabulous. So you can just I simply will pass it around and say, hey, why don't you just take a little dab and just put it on the back of your hand and rub it in. You can smell it. You can feel it. And then they're putting it everywhere. They're like putting it on their chin. I've had people, they're wearing leggings. They like rub it on their thighs. I mean, it's hysterical. So, but they love it. They're like, wow, that smells really good. So even if they haven't wrapped or didn't smell the wrap when we were wrapping, they get this experience and they realize it's not perfumey. It has this natural spa smell and it just kind of gives them that feel. So I love having that product. This is lip and eye cream. This product, every day I put this on, but it helps, you know, with fine lines and puffiness under your eyes. And somehow it even just kind of gradually goes up my forehead too. But I put it here, smile lines and all over. You can go all over your lips, but it kind of gives you a little plump. But this is an everyday product. So what I do at a party is if they want to try a little bit, they can just put a little pea size on the back of their hand and just try it on one side only. And then after a couple minutes, I'm like, go look in the mirror and they can see results. The same concept they can do with the Wow, which I love this product. Okay. This is great makeup primer too. This is a little ketchup packet size and you just activate it by squeezing this like this and letting it activate. You open this up. This one packet, I think Christy DeJesus said the funniest thing at Orlando Mini Boot Camp. She's like, everybody can get results at a wrap party from this one packet. Like, I don't waste my product, you know? So she's like, if there are 8 people there, I'm getting 8 samples. And she'll literally just put a little bit, you know, have them put a little bit on their eye, but it helps wipe out wrinkles. It's got protein, peptides, so it helps to smooth that area and plump that area of the skin. So they immediately start seeing results, and it just freaks them out. They're like so excited, and it's just, I love this product. So I use this product. This is one of my absolute favorites, and again, it's called Wow. So that's a great product to have. I think there's like 30 little packets in here. green.
Okay, with those two products, you guys, okay, you want little tips that we do. Here's a little tip. I tell them I won't put it on the other eye until they become a customer or a distributor.
Yes. You walk out of here with one perfect side of your face.
Yeah.
It's a great tip.
Funny.
We have berry greens, chocolate greens. Oh my gosh. I love both of these, but
oh gosh, so good.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to choose. However, you can sample one or the other. You can sample both. It doesn't matter. We have the on-the-go packets you could take. We're completely out. We ran out. This is what I'm into right now. But don't you love the greens, you guys? When people see this green powder, they immediately think freshly mowed lawn. It's not going to taste good. It's going to taste like wheatgrass. I don't want to try it. They taste it, and it tastes like berry tea, and it's so good and so refreshing. I tell them my son drinks it every morning. It helps his immune system. He's 21 months old. It's like, come on, guys. It's safe for him. It's safe for all of us. It's a family-friendly product. So getting them to sample this, simply take a bottle of water, mix up a couple scoops, shake it up, put some in a little bathroom-sized cup, let everyone sample it. They're shocked. They're like, this actually tastes good. At every event, I always sample greens. It's a detoxifying product. It helps them, start detoxifying their body so their body can lose weight, all that good stuff. They're excited. This is such a great product to sample. Now we have chocolate, which is like chocolate powder. Kids don't even know it's not chocolate milk. And so this is such a great product to have for showcasing to families again, right? Because this is so good. It's great for those of you that love coffee like me. Mix it in your iced coffee. It's like mocha. It's so good. So you have this that you could sample too. And then the other thing that I would say is shake. I'm obsessed with the chocolate. I am addicted to it in coconut water. Laura, thank you for introducing me to coconut water because it tastes like brownie batter and it is so good. But when people try a protein shake like this and know that it's vegan, non-GMO, soy-free, dairy-free, all that, and they taste it and it's so yummy, they cannot they're like, I have to have this. So I love sampling this product too. If you have it, sample it. If you don't, tell them about it. Tell them why you like it. It's okay if you don't have all the products. Another favorite, quickly, this is all I have on my bed. Fat Fighter. Fat Fighter is a product you take after you eat like a heavy fat, heavy carb meal. So let's say you eat a cheeseburger and french fries. We know that there's fat and carbs involved in that, right? Typical American meal, all good, delicious. Afterwards, take 2 Fat Fighters, right? 2 Fat Fighters are going to block carbs and fat from that, and you're not going to gain as much. It's going to help with fiber. It's going to help your digestive system and all that. So at your party, you simply just show them how it works. You can actually take a glass of water, like a cup from their kitchen, if someone's hosting for you, a glass of water, fill it with just room temperature tap water, whatever. Take some oil, like a tablespoon of fatty oil, pour it in the cup, and oil's gonna float to the top. Crush up 2 Fat Fighters. I literally take a spoon on a little napkin and crush up a Fat Fighter. It's soft. It's not complicated. You crush it up just to speed up time. You sprinkle the Fat Fighter over the oil, and it starts to clump the oil together. And it's going to clump about 30% of it, and it's going to drop it to the bottom of that glass. So it's showing them it's actually going to physically like pull that fat. So it's pulling that fat from that meal, and it shows them how it works. And y'all, it looks gross. Don't get me wrong, but they're literally on the edge of their seat. They're like, and they're thinking about what they had for lunch and dinner. They're thinking about their cheat meals. They're thinking about vacation. They're like blown away. And this was one of the first supplements we ever had. So we've been doing this demo for a long time, and they're freaking out. And so again, that's only 2 Fat Fighters out of your whole bottle. So if you're already taking it anyway, like I am, we eat them like Skittles around here. So we love our
guys. And if you don't have, like, the Fat Fighter is a perfect example. If you don't have it, there's probably about 10 million videos on YouTube of that Fat Fighter demo. I mean, you'll have to scan through them, but you could download one of those on your phone and just show them at the party. Like, y'all gotta see this. It's crazy. So there's always a way. Like Kay said earlier in the Zoom, if there's a will, there's a way. There's nothing here stopping anybody from doing or producing, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't usually mix the greens with something just because I know if you put it in, water or juice, it's going to get in your bloodstream faster. But I am addicted to the chocolate greens in the chocolate shake. Oh my God. It just makes it so much better. It's usually my second serving of greens when I do that, but oh, I love it.
Oh, it's so good. So let's do this. Any last tips from y'all round table on just kind of going through that party pad and, how to expose it to your audience before we move on to closing?
Just keeping it simple. Just read what's on there. Just keep it simple. That's why it can be so short. You don't have to go into great detail. Everything you need to know is right there on that thing. And when you're reading the bullet points, anybody sitting there is thinking, well, that's easy. I could do that. So just keep it simple. Read what's on the page, flip and go.
Well, like how long did it take me to go through like
those
few products?
Yeah.
5 minutes max.
Yeah.
Valine, what about you? Any tips on that?
Oh, I would say don't, even though you're brand new, don't shy away from sharing the business. And I only say that because I used to do that. I would be like, oh my gosh, it's time to talk about the business. And I was really nervous because these people are just going to think that I'm trying to get them to join my team, which of course I am. But, it just, I had the wrong mindset at that time. And it was just not being confident. And I know it's maybe hard to say, like, how can I be confident when I'm brand new? But you guys, you have stories. You hear our stories. Borrow your upline story, borrow your upline's upline story, and be confident in you knowing that, switch your mindset to these people deserve to at least have the option to know about this business. Because if you don't offer it to them, odds are somebody else will down the road, and you never know if that person who's sitting in that chair is somebody who needs this more than anything, that mom who wants to stay home with her kids, that next rock star on your team. And if you don't present it and you don't give it what you got, that'll never happen, right? I wasn't enrolling distributors when I wasn't giving doing really the business part of it. Guess what happened when I started talking about the business part of it? Started getting distributors. So that's just my little tip for that, because that's just something that I did used to do in the beginning. So
yeah, I know Kay and Valine and Jody, real quick, y'all, don't you think it's easier now to talk about the business with this new party pad than it ever was with the other one? You guys that are brand new, this is a gift. Like, kiss this. It's amazing.
I love that it tells a story.
Yeah, but it's just so easy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so easy. They ask how you get started. It's very easy. We all get started for $99. You come on board, and then I'm going to coach and mentor you through every single step. We don't have to go through every single step now at a party. Right now, we just want to show them friendship and the freedom and the fun, because I can't do this right. It's all right here. A lot of people just want that.
Right.
The camaraderie. And when you show that to them, let's get them in the business, and then let's start teaching them how to build the business. Don't feel like you have to teach them how to build the business in 30 seconds and have them make a decision what they're going to do. That's what I really love about this new party pad that we have. It's amazing. You guys are blessed. It's awesome.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So much simpler.
Yeah.
A couple, engaging things that you guys can do is have your host, post on social media, and, everyone get on there and kind of share the excitement of being at that party, and that'll increase some engagement, and just see who all, is responding to that, and just how excited they are to try this wrap for the first time, and, getting them to just kind of engage socially too, so that you can take it beyond the party. And those have been always some really good tips from our mini boot camps and stuff too, is just getting your social media involved, even for the people that aren't there. Something else that I would say to do is maybe even have someone there that's with you, maybe bring a friend along, or have the host, go live on your phone while you're at that party. Mm-hmm. You can go through that party pad live while you're at that wrap party, if they're okay with that. And that shows your entire social media as you're going through that party, that you're going through that party pad, and you're like killing two birds with one stone, because now your whole audience on Facebook is seeing you do this live party, and you're really just there being present with everyone there. So that's another, I feel like that would just be like, because lives just, again, they completely beat the algorithm on Facebook. So going live through that whole party pad would just be another way to show like how you build your business, A, and then B, just your excitement and passion for it. And it helps you brand yourself a little bit more. So I love that tip too. Yeah.
Along that same line, and it could have been what Jenny was talking about in the chat, but that social media game is so much fun. When you get ready to get started, have everybody pull up their phone, go to Facebook, and say something like, OMG, I'm getting wrapped, or I'm going to try this crazy wrap thing, or, something catchy. And then I always tell the person who gets the most comments at the end of the party on their Facebook, and they have to tag me or tag the hostess so I can see it later and I can see who interacted with them, because that's prospects. And most comments, gets a week's sample of greens, or some prize at the end. So that gets everybody involved.
All right, Jenny, unmute so you can share your game, because everyone's freaking out and they want to know what it is, and so do I.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey girl, hey, look at you and your rat gear.
Excuse the frogs. Okay, so I haven't done a party with the new party pad yet. So I don't know how that works with this one, but with the old party pad, it's kind of broken up with the opportunity at the end. So after we're done sampling products, and before we go into the opportunity, I do my story, not at the beginning, but in the middle. After we talk about being a loyal customer and stuff, we play a game called Who Do You Know? And I've actually kind of taken the idea from Laura Edwards, and I kind of made it my own a little bit. So what we do is we play a quick little game, and it's an intermission type thing. So I always put a blank piece of paper on the clipboards, or the little, the new cool things that we have to put the product catalogs on. I always put a blank piece of paper and give everyone a pen. So I'm like, okay, you guys find that blank piece of paper and fold it in half. So they fold it in half, and they're like looking around like, what are we about to do? I'm like, okay, you guys, we have 1 minute, and you are going to write down as many names as you can on your top half of your paper of anyone that you can think of that could use at least one product that you heard of tonight. So it's called Who You May Know. So I say, ready, set, go, and I'm timing them, and they're writing like crazy. And then time's over, we stop, and then we see who's got the most names, and then they usually win like a Greens 2 or a Greens on the Go sample, and then we do it again. So I say, okay, you guys, you have 1 minute now to tell me how many people you know that could use extra money. Don't prejudge if you think they'd be good at this or not. Just tell me if you know someone that needs extra money. Write as many names down as possible in 1 minute and go.
Love it.
So they do it. They're writing like crazy. It gets really super competitive in this moment. So it's super fun. And then they win a sample of something. So after that, they're like, okay, why did we just do this? Because I don't collect the papers. So after I tell my story, and then of course in the old party pad, it was the steps to success. So we talk about joining the business. And then when we get to step 2, I show them this is step 2 in our steps. So how many of you wrote down at least 4 names? And they all were like, oh, of course. And I'm like, congratulations, you just got your $100 shopping spree. Or congratulations, you just completed step 2. And then when we get to step 3, go Ruby, how many people wrote down at least 5 names of people that needed extra money? And they all raised their hand. And I'm like, okay, congratulations, you now make about $500 a month.
Boom.
That's awesome.
I'm so doing that.
I'm doing it.
It's awesome. I can't take complete credit for that, but the part that I put my little twist on is if they're not interested in the business at all, that's a way to get another party, because they just said they know all these people. All right, well, why don't you invite these people over that were interested, or that you wrote down that you know would be interested, and you're going to get your free wrap. So it's called Who You May Know.
That's cool.
You may know. I
love it.
I wrote that down and are going to do that. Jenny, thank you. You were like a godsend in that moment. You're awesome.
You're welcome.
You're so
I love it.
I love that. I love our team. I just wrote like, I love our leaders. Y'all just rock. All of you. I just appreciate it so much. I want to talk about closing because I know it's time to go, and we've got to talk about closing. You guys, do not host a party if you're not willing to get sales. I mean, seriously, like, you have got to close your sales. And you know, my biggest thing is I'm in my sweats right now. I like to kick my feet up and like sit on the floor with everybody at that party. I'm already like their best friend when I walk in the door. I want to be comfortable. I want them to be comfortable. So the thing is, to close at a party, you've got to get shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye, belly to belly with these people. You know, if it's, I know, Laura, I'm thinking about you and I'm talking about this, but if you're getting the results in the wrap room, that's when you say, what do you think? You know, how many, like Jenny's game, how many names did you write down? You know, what I love it. You know, I would say, what products came to your mind? Like, what are you going to order tonight? You know, what are you excited about getting started with? And just really taking that time. I feel like this is one of my biggest strengths. I love to talk passionately about these products, but man, I get excited about a sale. And so I want to increase that sale as much as I can. Maybe start with a package. I'm thinking like, okay, how can I put this together and save them some money? What package fits for them? But I want them to feel like they can tell me anything. And so if I'm sitting down with Laura, I'm like, what do you think? You know, what products did you mark on your catalog? Or what products did you mark on your order form? Because we want them to have those, or I love order forms. I'm old school, but what products did you mark down? What products are you thinking about? And I'm immediately I'm old school. I take an order form. You can print them from your back office. I am writing in what they want. And Confianza or Wow or Greens or Lip and Eye, I'm marking and I'm starting to add it up. And I'm saying, okay, fill in this top portion and we're going to get your order. Are you thinking about saving and being a loyal customer tonight? And like nodding my head with suggestive sale the whole time. Like I just want to make sure that I get that sale. Laura, what can you add to that?
Yes, you know, and always assuming the sale. You know, as your party's unfolding, you'll start seeing who's interested in product and who's interested in business. I mean, you guys can start reading your body language. But assume the sale, one, like Kay was talking. And two, I want you to get in the habit of assuming more than one product. Like, so when you ask them, so what was your favorite thing tonight? Well, the greens were really great. Well, that's where we'll start. Like, already talk to them like they've ordered it. You know, just start talking to them like they've already ordered it. So what is your main goal here? Well, I just need some more energy and I need to lose some weight. Well, why don't we do this? We can start with a pack. Okay. If she tells me that's too much, I'll go, well, let's just do Fat Fighters and Greens then. Since you have a 90-day period, let's just start there. It's within your budgets. It's more than one product, you guys. You want to increase from just one product. Okay, because let's get real. Like Kay said, you want to make the sale. So now you're going to increase your volume and you're setting your client up for success. Okay, you want to give them products that they're going to be successful with. Okay, just don't think, oh my God, praise Jesus, I've gotten a bottle of Fat Fighters. Because if they want to lose 30 pounds, one bottle for 3 separate orders is not going to make them lose 30 pounds. Right? So we don't want them coming back going, oh God, they didn't work. Well, so let's set up and assume more than one product and let them know that you're going to work with them for 2 other orders to make sure they're getting the goals that they need to achieve. Okay. Same thing with the distributor. If they're saying, God, I really need some money. Well, gosh, I can't think of a better way than get paid to use some amazing products. Why don't you start on your own testimony and let's start building a business together? So the whole concept here is I don't want you to ever feel that you're asking anything from them or taking from them. I want you to really realize that you're giving them something. And as you're in the business, if you're new for a while, you'll really start catching that wave because you're going to start experiencing yourself. You'll see how this business is giving back to you as you're giving attention to it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just a win-win. I mean, you can't lose here. You know, a great attitude, assuming the sale, giving a gift, growing your business. I mean, it's amazing what will start to transform right in front of your eyes. You know, Kay, you and I talked a little bit on the phone today. I'm old school like Kay. I love paper. Call it a control thing. I don't care what you want to call it. I want to be able to help my loyal customers if they need me in the future. And if I have their information in front of me, it reminds me to call them. I can check up on them. And if they're traveling, I have their information with their permission to do whatever they need. Okay. But here's the thing. If someone's at your party and they say, oh, I'm just going to go home and get on my computer and order. No, they're not. Ever. Never. Yeah, but I don't get paid till next Thursday. That's okay. Let me just take your order. I got a little note up here. I'll put it in next Thursday. I'll call you the night before, check in, see if there's anything else you want. Okay? And I'll put it in next Thursday. All's right with the world. I'm going to take care of you, girl. I'm going to make sure you're set up to make sure your package comes to your front door, not anybody else's. Okay? So, I mean, those are just some things that will make the party and make you come out of there just feeling that you had 100% closure, whether it's a distributor or whether it's a new loyal customer, because there is nothing grander than walking out of the hand. The left hand has $250 wrap cash, and the right hand has 8 loyal customer forms of it in it, and possibly 1 DT to 2 DTs. I mean, that is a sexy night, you guys.
So good.
An hour and a half of fun.
That's the best. And you know, guys, I want to tell you something. On average, across the board, okay, this is statistically, okay, I'm not making this up. Customers spend $72 a month. $72 a month on average. So if you had a party and 8 people came, 6 became your customer. That is $432 in volume that you walk away with in customers, okay, on average. 2 become distributors. Now you have 2 distributors on your team. You're building yourself easily, starting to build your chart to executive, ruby, emerald, diamond. You're filling in volume. You repeat that, and you repeat that, and you repeat that. So let's say you're like looking ahead of the month and you need, you know, $1,000 for your promotion this month or $2,000 for your promotion this month. I've known it to happen faster by people partying their way there, whether it's Facebook parties or Zooming in like this, or it's one-on-one parties, but you've got to assume the sale. And I love a living room wrap party. I just love it. It works. And you walk away with those sales. And, you know, Laura, when I think about the sale or the close of the distributor and that person, you know, I feel like you, in this business, you become really good at, and you'll get better and better at this, but watching the room and just kind of scanning the room. And I can always nail it. Who's sitting there thinking about joining. I can always nail it. I'm like, this is incredible. Like, I'm like, okay, Laura, she's sitting there, you know, when I talked to her earlier when I was wrapping her, you know, she was cool, but I'm sitting there watching her face and she's got that look in her eyes like, I need $500. That's the look in her face. And
that's because I told her my car door fell off in the wrap room.
Right. And she's looking at me like, I need money. And because I'm paying attention, I would go to Laura and I would say, you need to join. You know, from our conversation earlier and just watching you tonight, I just knew you were processing this, and I just feel like you would be so good at this, at what I do, and I want you on my team. Or join, you know, Valine tonight because she's the host and she's the new distributor. I want you to go sign up and join Valine's team. You know, however that works. But man, you guys, you've got to tell people that you think they'd be awesome, and you get better at this. But I promise you, I would get beat red in the face. I would sweat the whole time. I was so nervous when I first joined. Like doing a wrap party, I was like choking in my throat. I did it anyway. And you get better and better and better at it. But you'll get good at watching the room, and you know you can tell who's interested. You can just get this feeling from them, and it's really cool when that starts to happen for you. So I really encourage you to do that as well. I'm looking at the chat. Anything else, Jody? Any tips come to mind, or Valine? Any tips come to mind?
Nope, that was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that was amazing. So I don't have a lot to add to that. That was good. Yeah.
I think that the best tip, I'm reading the chat, the best tip that I have, you guys, on online party is it's really the same concept. You've got to encourage your host who host online for you to personally message as if they were coming to their home, because you cannot miss that. You can't miss that. When you have a host online, don't just assume you can send out 101 invites to that online party and they're going to see it. Notifications are through the roof these days. I missed a birthday party for a friend of ours that lives 30 minutes down the road because I never got the notification. And it was never, I never got a personal text. I never got a personal memo. I never got a personal something in the mail to invite me to that party. So I completely missed it. I'm seeing it on Facebook. I kind of felt bummed. I was like, I wasn't invited to that. Turns out I was. Never saw the notification because look at the life that we live. It's notification after notification after notification after notification. And so when you've got people hosting online parties to you, you've got to coach your host. Laura, I'm going to coach you a little bit. You've got to send out personal messages to invite everybody that you want to come, tell them to be your VIP guest, and go live in that party. 2 years ago, I would have told you something different. Today, you are going live. You are a co-host in that wrap party, and you're going live, and you're going through your party pad, and you're sharing exactly what you would do if you were in someone's living room, holding up your products like I did. I can tell them about it. They don't have to taste it. You can tell them about it. And that is my biggest tip. Those lives go viral. Again, you can do a little share game, share it on your timeline. You know, we're going to do a drawing for free greens on the go at the end of this. Share it so that you go everywhere. And that shows the host that there's something big about this company. So Laura, any other tips on online parties? I wanted to hit on that because it came up on the chat.
Yeah, I think the only tip I have on online parties is, and again, just like this, just whether you're in somebody's living room, you don't have to be alone to go live and feel like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, but I'm freaking out. Because there's this cool little feature now that you can swipe and you can invite somebody to come in and do the live with you. So you'd have your main person and then you're up in the corner with them, and it just kind of eases the pain, if you will, of the newbie trying to go live. You get some interaction between two people. Everyone gets a little bit more comfortable, and it does give a little more of a viewing experience for the people who are watching you. So if you feel like that you need that when you're first getting started and you're jumping over the threshold of going live or doing an online party, do that. I mean, call your side sister or your upline or somebody and say, hey, will you join me tonight? I'm really nervous. Well, and the answer is always going to be yes. And if it's not that person, they're going to find somebody. So remember, you're not alone here. We're going to help you out always.
And guys, when you're doing an online party, as Kay was talking about, coaching your hostess, I never, like if I do a team online party, I tell people, do not just click invite and invite a whole bunch of people. Personally message people, say, hey, we're having this fun party tomorrow night online. I would love for you to be my guest. Can I send you an invitation? You will get so much better, outcome or people that come to watch the party than if you just send invites. I bet I get invited to 3 or 4 parties a day by people I don't even know. And I mean, honestly, I think it's rude. They didn't even ask me if I wanted to come. So ask people if they want to come. You might ask 20 people before somebody tells you they do. But the first time I tried this with a team party, I encourage people to, send out private messages and ask people if they would come. I think we were giving away, samples or, you could use that. But I had a girl that sent out 100 personal messages, and she had 11 people on that party. and she had never had more than one by just inviting people.
Yeah.
So that's my tip for online parties.
And isn't that about the ratio that you would get? You know, my mom, she invited 100 people to her first wrap party when she started this whole thing. And one person came, which was my aunt, and she brought 3 people with her. 100 people.
And weren't they already loyal customers or something?
I don't know. Like, I think my aunt was already a loyal or something, and they came just to support her. And, you know, but here we are, a global company now in 21 countries. And if she had given up, then imagine none of us would be here, you know? And so you think about that, and it's like, come on, guys. Keep inviting. You've got to be personal. You know, if I would say, hey, Jody, I am so excited. I thought about you today. I know we have talked about it works before, but girl, you're on my VIP list. I'm having an event tomorrow night with my team, and I want you to be on with me live as I share these amazing products, and just be excited and ask. And I can't tell you any other way. It's just,
and you know, my other tip, and somebody might have already said it, but is when you have a party, whether it's online or whatever, if only one person shows up, that's the person you concentrate on. You don't concentrate on all the people that didn't come. I got so discouraged my first year doing parties where people didn't show up. And I remember we'd been in almost a year, and I called your mom, and I'm like, I'm just doing something wrong. You know, people don't show up, or if they do, nobody orders. And she said, Jody, Kay's having a party next week, and there's supposed to be like 35 people there. And I said, can I come watch? And she's like, sure. So me and Stan drive an hour to go watch Kay do this party. And we walk in the house, and I watch her set up her wrap room and set up her demo table. And you know how many people showed up to that party? Do you remember, Kay?
I don't. You're like, I'm going way back in time. How much?
Oh my gosh, 0. 0 people showed up to that party. And I told your mom when we were on the Show Me the Money call as Diamonds, when we got that first good bonus, she asked me my aha moment. And in the 2 years we had been in, that was my aha moment, because Kay was triple diamond and she had a party that was a no-show. And then I realized it wasn't me. I wasn't doing anything wrong. You just have to put the numbers out there and keep doing it.
Oh my God, I'm like crying. That takes me back. Guys.
Oh my gosh, I'll never forget it, because the lady had baked a cake and she had like this gourmet meal and nobody showed up because she had just sent text and email. She hadn't personally talked to anybody, but she had invited 30-something people and she thought they were all coming.
Oh my Lord.
This has been good.
I think I remember that. You know, when I look at the clock, I think I know what you're talking about. When I look at the clock, it's been an hour since we started, and we have trained you on parties. If we can train you on parties in an hour, you can host a party in an hour. You can get in and out in an hour. And you know, what I like to show is that I like to show the room that this is duplicatable, that mamas and daddies can get off work, can, you know, get home, host a party with their friends, not have a big setup, not have a big to-do. It's super casual and fun, and it can be a huge success. So you're showing people through simplicity that they can do this business, they can be successful at it, because most of you join because you already have X, Y, and Z going on. You already have your plan A, and this is your plan B, and you want to show people that plan B can be your plan A. But you've got to do it in steps, and it's a marathon, you guys. I mean, it takes a process. So you've got to show people the simplicity of this, and it's duplicatable, and that's why you keep it simple. And so I'm just grateful that you guys joined us, Valine and Jody and Laura. Thank you so much. This was awesome. So awesome.
Very awesome.
Thank you.
So, great job, team. Thanks, you guys, for joining us. I'm going to stop the recording.